Hey guys, Vsauce here.
Hey guys, TechRax here.
Hey guys, Lou here. Today we're gonna be reviewing the new MacBook. Lou here. I'm Honky Canada.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Luis from Brobet, and today I'm back from vacation, and we're going back at it with the videos. And we're gonna review a laptop. It's really old. It's from 2013. So grab some popcorn or some beef jerky and just go ahead and start eating that because today's video is gonna be great. So let's dive into this review. So this is the Toshiba Satellite L855. It's great. It's a budget laptop, guys. Don't expect anything crazy from it. It's a budget laptop and it's under $200. So if you go onto eBay or whatever you use to shop around, even the black market, just type this in and you'll expect to find it under $200. So if you are looking for a budget-friendly laptop that can do light editing and just light stuff like that, then you're watching the great video that you need to be watching. So as far as the build quality goes, this laptop is just average. The build quality is very, very average. I can't stress that enough. So when you buy it, don't expect to have aluminum finishes and anything around that nature because it's simply made out of plastic. Now let's look at the I/O ports and just figure out what it has. So on the left side, it has a power port and a USB 2.0 port, and next to that, an optical drive. On the right, you'll find the fan exhaust, and then next to that, a VGA output. Next to that, an Ethernet HDMI output and two USB 3.0 ports, and finally, a separate headphone and microphone jack. Now let's talk about the keyboard, since that's something you're going to be using all the time. Most cheap computers or budget-friendly computers have a very flexy keyboard. So when you're typing on it, it tends to flex inwards, or so like you're typing and it flexes inwards like that. So that is not the case with this laptop here. This laptop is great when it comes to that. Since it's made out of that durable plastic, it doesn't really flex as much. So when you type, it's very sturdy. The key travel is great. It's not like those MacBooks where it's just you barely touch it and it registers, I guess. But the keyboard is great. It's a full keyboard as well, so you have a number pad on the right if you're into that, and it has function keys at the very top. No touch bar, so that was a joke. That was a joke, guys. That was a joke. If you didn't like that joke, I'm just gonna go ahead and just leave the studio, stop making videos since I'm not funny at all. Now let's talk about the display, since that's something you're obviously gonna be looking at all day. The display can get very, very bright, but it's okay. It's not crazy good. So the viewing angles are bad. I'm just gonna flat out tell you how it is, no sugarcoating it. The colors are a bit off, so that's not too bad. And then the hinges are very weak, so you might find yourself having to put the laptop in a position to where it doesn't fall flat on its back, which I don't think it can even do that. Try doing that. And then if you plan on using this laptop for media consumption, just be wary that it's not exactly great for that, but you can still do that. So I'm not saying you can't watch YouTube videos on it, but it's just very weird to watch videos on it since the viewing angles are so bad. The speakers are located above the keyboard and they're okay, so you'll definitely want to invest in some headphones or an external set of speakers because the speakers are very quiet and they're very echo. And now let's take a look at the trackpad, because the trackpad is probably the only good thing it has going for it, and I'm just talking about the trackpad itself. Now the left and right buttons that you use to click aren't that good, but the trackpad itself is great. It's all plastic, so your fingers just glide on that plastic, and then it's very accurate and responsive. So taps on it, your 2 or 3 fingers scrolling and stuff like that, perfect. So let's talk about the laptop. Let me tell you the truth, dead ass, the truth, dead ass, like man to man, man to woman, man to viewer. Let's talk. So this laptop is for lightweight use only. So don't expect to do heavy editing on this. Don't expect to transfer 4K files to this little computer here because you know what? It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. So I used this computer when I first started YouTube, and I feel like you could still probably use it for 1080p. Now I used Sony Vegas and Camtasia on it, and so these programs run really great on that computer, and this computer only has 4 gigs of RAM. Now I'll go over the specs in a second, but just letting you know that this is mostly aimed for people that want to use it for school or some light Photoshop, some light video editing, and media consumption. So looking at the specs, this computer is rocking an Intel i3 3120M, and it's basically a mobile processor running at 2.5 or 2.50 gigahertz, and then the GPU is just your standard integrated Intel HD graphics, and then you got your RAM, which is running at 4 gigs, 1600 megahertz, something like that. And then you got your hard drive, which is a 500GB hard drive. And so these specs, if you're looking at them from a gamer's perspective, don't even try it. I mean, Minecraft is probably the only thing you could probably run in this thing. And then the battery life. The battery life is up to 5 hours, at least. Maybe when I first, I've noticed changes, obviously. When I first bought this laptop, the battery was great. It would last me up to 10 hours, but now it's gone up to 5. And it actually died on me, to be honest. And then I had to buy a new one, and this new one isn't that great either. But again, let's talk about the pros and cons really quick. Because this laptop is not a laptop that you want to buy because you want a very great and running laptop. This laptop is a laptop you buy because you're on a budget, or you want it for college or for school, just something that you can use lightweight. And just the fact that it's so damn cheap that you can upgrade it and have it be on par with laptops up to date to now. So you could buy this $200 laptop and invest about another $100 on RAM and an SSD and have this on par with a laptop that you could buy nowadays. So essentially, it's a $300 laptop that you could upgrade yourself and have the pride of saying that you upgraded it yourself. So essentially, my closing thoughts. The laptop, if you buy it now, you can't, well, to be honest, this laptop is discontinued, so you'd have to buy it used in the first place. So you'd have to find a really good condition Toshiba, and for most of the part, these laptops you can find under $200, like I said before, maybe even less, and then you can just invest in some RAM, an SSD, and you're set, basically. After that, your laptop will be performing just as good as a laptop that you would find now within the similar price range. So you could probably get $500 performance from this computer if you were just to upgrade it. And that is actually what I was planning to do, but I'm just going to buy a new computer, which I'll review as well. And so that is basically it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and leave a comment down below. Tell me what I could improve to further make your viewing experience better. If anything specifically that I do that you don't like, just let me know in the comments down below. I'll gladly fix it. And if you have any video recommendations, I will also take those into heavy consideration. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for 100 subscribers. See you in the next video. Peace out. Oh, shit. Man, that hurt. That really hurt, man. God. Jeez. God, that hurts so bad, man. No idea. No idea.